Spotify ain't gotta lie, they really streaming my music. No, but I don't do music personally. I do like a little rap songs and stuff like that. Let's talk about how did Hazel get in the escort business in the first place? Who let the queen in to take all you men's monies, honey? Back in 2020 when I started my transition socially and then medically, my trans mother at the time, we're going to call her for short TM, stands for trans mother. So TM had introduced me to the game. I knew what an escort was just by watching other escorts. I was not comfortable enough to call a man on the phone, to speak with a man on the phone and say, yeah, my donations is $100, $200, $300 an hour. This is what I do, blah, blah, blah. I never would have imagined. I didn't even have that much experience with dealing with men prior. I was already transitioning, starting to transition. So I was already shunned by society rules and shit anyway. TM had pretty much laid it down, showed me the ropes of like, okay, you go to this site, you post this ad, you name your prices. Like, I'm really real with myself. So I'm like, it's levels to transitioning. I look like a feminine gay man. So how would these men look at me as a trans or a woman, you know? I actually lowered my price when I first started. It was like $75 an hour or 100, I can't remember, which is crazy. I posted an ad thinking in my mind, ain't nobody gonna ever hit me up. So I was wrong because 30 minutes after I posted my ad, my phone started blowing off the hook. Several men text me, "Bam, baby, you so sexy, you're so beautiful, I want to see you, oh my God, is you free right now?" I called Tim immediately, like, oh my God, they is calling my phone. What do I do? What do I tell them? I mean, you guys probably would think that I was very sexually fluid, so me being in the business probably wouldn't be, that hard for me. You guys probably don't know, but the age of 18 is when I lost my virginity. 18 and a half years old to 21 years old, I was celibate. So that means I haven't had no sexual encounters and experience, not even a kiss. And from 21 to 24, I was seeing people, relationships, whatever. Then from 24 to 26, I was celibate again, no sexual anything. I was no sex. So I was not dealing with men like that. So I really don't know, honestly, because I am a woman now. So I have never gotten this business. That reign would have been going on still. But now you can see what I mean, how when I got into this business, this was like, whoa, I'm not even used to dealing with men like that. Let me get my little notebook so that way I can read the story to you guys. Okay, so I got my notebook. So TM had put me onto the business. She told me about the skip the game ad and, put my information and pictures and stuff on there. And back then, I wasn't taking any sexy like lingerie pictures and stuff. It was just regular, basic. If somebody saw me at that time, they would not have known that I was like a trans. They would have thought that I was just like a gay feminine male. So I'm gonna show you guys like a picture, so you're gonna see. Yeah, exactly. So that's exactly what it was giving. So I'm really observant in myself. Even when I was looking that way, I was aware of it. I would call Tim like, "What do I do? Oh my God!" And she like, "You'll be fine." She had more confidence in me than I did in myself. I was very scared. My hair wasn't done. She insisted, throw on a hat or a scarf. Based on me going to the ad and seeing all these trans women that actually look like trans women, I wasn't looking like that. I was the outcast of all these people under the TS category. I was the only person looking like a man. Not a man, honey. You guys know what I mean. I hate saying that word, man. I do. I don't ever want to refer to myself as man. Damn sure not now and not then either. Because I didn't identify as a man. But I might have to use the man word so you guys can kind of get what I'm saying. I had spoke to a guy from Atlanta. He was in town for a couple weeks working. He said, "Hi, sexy. What's your roses?" Roses. He said, "Yeah, like." I'm like, "Oh, I can buy some roses. Like, I don't have any roses here. I can go buy some if you want roses." He laughed so motherfucking hard. He said, "You must be new. Let me put you on some game. Roses is your rates, donations." I said, "Oh, my bad, my bad." The cat was already out the bag, so he clocked it. He said, "When can I see you?" I said, "Well, I'm in Chicago." Cause TM told me to tell them you in Chicago, cause she knew I was not comfortable enough to see a client yet. So I starred the man out for like a week or two. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks literally. I did not see any man. They was blowing my phone up every fucking day, like blowing my phone up. Oh, excuse me, you guys. I was not planning on crying, honey. I had just talked to my sister on the phone. Cause we haven't talked in a little minute. My sister is someone I'm like extremely close with, and cause we haven't talked in a minute. Not it just life get in the way, and we get busy with our lives. But she's in Texas, and when she video chatted, when she video chatted me, I didn't notice it was her birthday, and she looked it so disappointed. Like, how did you forget it was my birthday? And I never forget her birthday. I don't know how life distracted me so much that I forgot her birthday. Shout out to my motherfucking sister, Pootie on duty. It's her 34th birthday. So say happy birthday on behalf of my sister, Pootie on duty, okay? I'm gonna put it right here. But yeah, I never forget her birthday ever. And we like extremely close. Like how I told you guys how me and my mom is close. That's how close me and my sister is. Even if we haven't talked in 2 months, our bond is like this. It's been that way our entire lives. We're 4 years apart, dealing with mental changes from the surgery that I just so forgot. Hey, let me get this video going because the clients is blowing my phone up. This happens every time. He said, "When can I see you?" I said, "Well, I'm in Chicago. When will you be back?" I'm like, "I'm not sure." He like, "Okay, I'll call you soon. Please, I need to see you." He was a black older man. During the conversation, I was taken back when he was calling me sexy and a beautiful woman because I didn't view myself as a woman. Internally, I did, but even though I always felt like a woman inside, I didn't look like one on the outside. I was in acceptance of it because I knew that it was levels to transition. I knew I was still socially transitioning and not medically. So I knew my womanhood was coming. Using the public bathrooms with TM, I would use the male bathroom, shop in male sections. I was uncomfortable, like I didn't belong. I felt I didn't have a I felt like I didn't have the privilege to access that yet. I knew once my body started changing on HRT, I would feel more aligned. TM would always say, take the hat off. Why you always wearing a hat? Why are you going into the men's bathroom and shopping in the men's section? And then I was, making her aware of what I just said. So about a week later of ignoring the people, the ATL man came to me. Finally, I was so nervous, so shy. He had gave me a hug. He was like, "Dang, loosen up." If he could like read my mind and my thoughts, he said, "You're a beautiful woman." After some time, he had talked about my transition, and I'm like, "I'm not on hormones yet." He was like, "You don't need them. You already sexy." My new favorite escort. I was like, "Oh wow." I used to see one in ATL all the time, but she was always rushing with an attitude. Her prices went up. She told me 500 when I used to give her 100. Put out his phone and he pulled up a picture, and it was the girl Cherry the Boom. They're way more sexier than her to me. That's why I'm giving you 300 instead of 75. Like I said, I think yeah, 75. He was like, "You worth it." I was blown away because I knew of old girl Cherry, and I used to watch some of her videos back in the day. And I used to always say to myself, like, "Damn, that bitch very bold and confident." So the man choosing me over her, I was gagged. And I really don't like when the clients try to, play the competition game between girls, because I don't do that. I don't. And there has been many men that has did it with me. So over the days, it became a little more easier for me and more comfortable. Like, oh, these men do find me attractive. I would have never thought. I actually thought they were trolling me. I actually thought the man was trolling. I'm like, "Bitch, you see a motherfucking man, oh, and you trying to play, oh." It helped me to accept my truth. It really gave me the strength to go full fledged with my journey and my transition. I was gonna do it anyway. Don't get me wrong, but there's people. It's always somebody else that helps us, gives us confidence. It can be your spouse, your mother, your father, your friend, saying, "Oh, you got this. You're beautiful. You're strong. You're wise. You're blah." Those type of things boost you up. Whether you notice it, your mind processes those things. Me escorting, it has helped me to be more open minded, to not judge people without actually, meeting them, accepting others, learning everyone is different. Kind of like gave me compassion in a way for not just, I ain't talking about just the men. I'm just saying, like, in general, you learn a lot dealing with people. It's like being a therapist. In order to be a therapist, you have to be like very open minded, very compassioning of other people and their feelings, right? Seeing the truth amongst what is showing in the forefront, learning the guys on why they come to escorts, learning that there's multiple sides to everybody. You may judge me for what I do based on your beliefs, but I was on the same side of the fence as you before, so I know. Experiences of life open me up to things I didn't even think it would. We are really all the same. I just am aware, acknowledge, turn minds into business. Your relationships, your flings, your encounter with men are transactional too. Taking you on a date, going shopping, in return, you give up your Kuda cat or your peen. Okay, honey? That sounds the same to me. You choose not to look at it. You're in denial. The thing is, people like me is very authentic and live in our truths. Not everybody. I said people like me, not escorts. With sex workers and the men, it's a agreement. It's understanding from the jump. Right to the point, making a living of it. That's the main difference. You guys, shun what's foreign to you. Being an escort has taught me people have many sides to them. People all want the same things: attention, to be loved on, to be cared for, to be acknowledged, to be heard. Okay? So instead of them having to go through depression, beating you up, bloodying you, going to the jail, getting hurt, they can bypass all of those filters and come to a sex worker. And I'm not promoting, I'm just telling you the truth. That's what the fuck this page is about. It's truth, honey. It's really not like promotion. Sometimes I do promote myself, like, hi, you guys can come to Miss Hazel for her services. Oh, sorry, I mean Winter. Come to Winter for her services, honey. And during the summertime, is you can come to Summer for her services, honey. So yeah, you guys, that's my experience of how I got into the business. You know, I was put on by TM, and yeah, I just been, working my set, since. Escorting is not my career. I don't know how many times I have to say that in a video, but people still get shit confused. And it's okay, because I'm not trying to convince anyone. I'm not trying to prove a point. But I do want to correct some shit, right? And you guys will see. If you stay, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, you guys will see. I don't always want to talk about sex work in the business every video, because I'm so much more than a sex worker. There's just a lot of you guys know me just by that, and that's all you know of. But I am a whole lot more than that. Me being a sex worker is like this much of who Hazel is, and then I'm like this much. So I'm a lot. I love you guys so much, okay? And bye, my babes.